Hello guys, Dhananjay here and welcome back to a new video. So we have been posting a lot of laptop related content lately, and this one is the TUF F15 laptop which launched with RTX 3070 in India. Last time when I posted a video of a laptop, you guys were in the comments like, hey, 3070 launch ho gaya, 3060 launch ho gaya, tu 2080p kyun dal raha hai? That's because I was not able to get hold of a 3070 laptop in India. It was launched globally, but not India. TUF F15 is the first one to come to our office, and that's the one which we are reviewing. Without wasting any time, let's get started with the specifications. So the laptop comes with 11th generation i7 processor, and this is the 11370H. Our variant has RTX 3070. There is also an RTX 3060 graphic card variant of the same laptop. 240Hz refresh rate panel, 16GB of DDR4 RAM at 3200 MHz. Two M.2 PCI slots are present on the laptop. The laptop also comes with 3 USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports, one full-size HDMI 2.0, one headphone jack, one RJ45 port, meaning the LAN port is also there, and one USB Type-C port which supports Thunderbolt 4. And why this is important? Because that Thunderbolt 4 port can go up to 100 watts, and that means that you can use a Type-C charger to charge the laptop as well, but at 100 watts it may not be the best charging for your laptop while gaming, because that is not enough wattage. Your graphic card in itself is of 85 watt. If you are playing games like, let's say, Battlefield 5 with DLSS on, then it's not going to be enough, considering processor, the battery will go down. I mean, it won't go down quickly. Let's not go there with what's charging and what's not charging. Thunderbolt port obviously has its own advantages, and I always appreciate when it's there on a laptop. If you have watched any of my other laptop reviews, then you know that I love Thunderbolt port, and there are so many advantages of Thunderbolt port that I may not talk about that in this video. Next up, let's talk about the gaming, because that's the most important factor of this laptop, because this is a gaming laptop. You need to have great gaming setup. Before talking about gaming, let's talk about some of the benchmarks that we ran, and all of the benchmarks, let it be crystal disk mark as well. The SSD is crazy fast. I won't say this is the fastest SSD I have seen on a laptop, but definitely fast enough at this particular price point of, let's say, 1,50,000 rupees. This is good enough, and all the other benchmarks that we ran, it performed as we were expecting it to perform. Now let's talk about gaming, and RTX 3070 card is there, meaning will it be way better as compared to RTX 3060? Then not really. I can't really say that straight up right now. I did not test any RTX 3060 laptop, or I did not test the RTX 3060 variant of this laptop, but there is a big reason why I'm talking this. And if you want to understand this particular point, which I'm going to explain in detail, then watch Dave 2D's video, which will be linked in the description box below. He explained it very well. He made a separate video just talking about this topic. I'll just condense it down. So he has also made a document, Google document, where all the laptops with what wattage the graphic card is running at has been added. And you can see that TUF F15 is at 85 watts. 80 watts plus 5 watts is the bifurcation. But there are other Alienware laptops which can go up to 125. There are other laptops which can go to 90. Other laptops can go up to 100, 115. And this one can only go to 85. What does this mean? This means that even though the device comes with RTX 3070, does not mean that it will perform same as the Alienware laptop. As the wattage on the Alienware is 125, which is almost 50% more, meaning that particular Alienware laptop is going to perform 50% better, if not directly 50%, but it is going to perform better as compared to the TUF F15 which is present here. So what's the conclusion here? That even though RTX 3070 is here, this is the lower end or lower wattage wala RTX 3070 card, and not the 125 watt RTX 3070, which will give you the maximum performance possible. So even if all the specifications of TUF F15 may match with the Alienware laptop, but that laptop will always perform better in gaming and will give you much better experience in gaming, because it can take up to 125 watts, and that's always going to be an advantage. But that's not really the advantage of the TUF F15. I'm not saying don't buy the TUF F15 just because of this. The pricing is going to be different between the laptops, and that will be an interesting factor. I do not have the Indian pricing of all the laptops which are launched globally at this moment, but I'm just letting you know that this is limited to 85 watts. Now let's talk about gaming, and we did few benchmarks here, and the benchmarks were as we were expecting it to be. The device, the laptop basically did not disappoint us. GTA 5 was able to give about 100 FPS average, I would say, at maximum settings possible. Yes, that was at maximum possible, right? GTA 5, Aryan? GTA 5 was at maximum settings, right? Yeah, so maximum settings, it's good enough, not a bad issue. If you want to utilize the 240 Hz refresh rate of the laptop, then you will have to play games like CSGO or Valorant, which will be able to do that because it's RTX 3070 and i7-11370H will definitely perform really good over there. But I feel like getting 240 FPS constantly on games like GTA 5, Battlefield 5, it's not going to be possible. Battlefield 5 with DLSS turned on, as this is an RTX card, meaning ray tracing is supported. Obviously, I can't really make a video on RTX 3070 card without just mentioning at least that it supports ray tracing, and DLSS turned on. It was able to give more than 70 FPS, and do not judge the gameplay of Battlefield 5. We did not use a mouse to test it. There was some issue, so we were playing with the trackpad of the laptop and it's not possible to play with that. When it comes to RDR2, it was able to give about 60 plus FPS. Now this is where things become interesting. RDR2 giving 60 FPS only. I know RDR2 is a very CPU intensive game, and if and when TUF series laptop comes with the Ryzen 5000 series processors, will that also give 60 FPS only, or will it give 70-80 FPS? Obviously, I'll have to wait for that to test it myself, but theoretically, or from what I can see, what others have posted regarding the Ryzen 5000 series of processors, then it performs better. I would rather, if you are planning to buy a laptop right now, I would wait for TUF-A15. TUF-A15, yeah, it will launch with Ryzen processor soon, with Ryzen 5000 processors to be precise, and that may perform slightly better over here. Rise of the Tomb Raider was able to give average FPS of 82 plus, which is more than good enough. Rise of the Tomb Raider is not that popular game yet, but it looks fantastic. The gameplay is nice as well. The storyline is good. And I guess that's pretty much it for the gaming part of the laptop, which is one of the most interesting things. I talked about everything. You can obviously decide for yourself whether you want to go for this laptop or something else. Right now, there is not a lot of competition for the RTX 3070 card in the Indian segment as I'm shooting this video, but in the future, it will be there. Next up, let's talk about the ports, which we talked about already. We will talk about the keyboard now. There is a single lighting keyboard. This is not a RGB keyboard, which is okay. I'm not going to complain about that, but the keyboard is something which has good tactile feedback. The travel is good on the keyboard, but the keyboard is small. The device's body is big. I mean, there are these blank spaces at the right side and at the left side of the device, but they have not utilized it completely. So that's something which I was slightly worried about. Like while typing, I did not get used to the keyboard. I had the laptop for about, let's say, 7 to 10 days. I did not get used to the laptop in that particular amount of time. If you want to do 4K video editing, then that's definitely possible. 4K editing with single 2-3 layers is possible. Even heavy editing, I would say, for 1080p videos is easily doable on this particular laptop. 4K editing, because of the 85 watt limitation of 3070, with a lot of layers and lot of masking and everything, may not be that smooth on this particular laptop. We did talk about the 240 Hz refresh rate of the display, and it is very smooth, very smooth. I have a 144 Hz monitor, and when I watched or looked at the TUF-F15's display, it looked smooth while playing games. I mean, I was happy. I was glad to see the screen being so smooth. Viewing angles are very good on the laptop. Colors are produced pretty well playing games, and brightness of the laptop was sufficient to play the game indoors. As the graphic card is limited to just 85 watt, we did not expect it to become warm, but it did reach 95 degrees when we ran Prime 95, the usual benchmark which we use for all the laptops. And 95 degrees is still, I would not say it's a hot temperature. The laptop was not that toasty. I would say the ventilation or the fan design of the laptop is much better how it is compared to the last generation of TUF-A15 laptops with Ryzen based processors. So when it comes to heating or I would say cooling, the laptop performed good over there, but maybe that's because the graphic card is limited to just 85 watt and not crazy like Alienware has it at 125 watts. That's not there on this particular laptop, and that's why the thickness of the laptop is limited, and it's not that thick. It doesn't feel like a heavy gaming laptop which people are used to, but it feels like it can be used as a normal gaming laptop or normal laptop as well. And I guess that's pretty much it for this particular video. If you still have any more doubts, suggestions or queries regarding the TUF-F15, do let me know about that in the comment section box below. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, because many more laptop reviews will be coming soon on the channel. If you want us to add any new benchmark that you want in our laptop reviews, do let us know about that in the comment section box below. So yeah, thank you guys, thank you for watching.